In this video, I'm going to be talking about the 3 things that you should be doing with your teacher in order for you to improve your grades. Everybody, welcome to episode 003 of Lessons from Failure. Now, in this episode, I want to be talking about the 3 things that you should be doing with your teacher. And those 3 things are the 3 sort of like tasks or things that your teacher should be doing anyway. That's what teaching as a profession is all about. Now, since you spend most of your time at school with teachers, these are the 3 main things you should be looking out to, because these are the things your teacher is already doing. So what are those 3 things? Number 1, teachers teach, right? Obviously, teachers teach. And teaching means that they're introducing a new topic to you, something that you would have known a little bit about, but then they're adding more information that even if you're trying to do it on your own, you wouldn't be able to quite link what's actually happening. So that's what teachers do. So they're teaching you something that you don't know at all, and they're telling you how you are able to put that into your mind in such a way that you understand it and you're able to learn more about it. That's what teachers do. That's the first step. They teach you things you don't know. That's what teachers do. The moment you know everything, you cease to need a teacher, right? So teachers are there to teach you things that you already know. That's why it's okay to fail at school. It's okay to not know something, right? Now, number 1, teachers teach things you don't know. The second thing is teacher assess, right? Your teachers assess you on whatever they would have taught you. So they teach it to you first and then they assess. Now the assessment can come in form of different things. It can be through your homework, it can be through tests, it could be mock exams, or it could be the actual final exams that are in the school, or maybe international or national, right? So they assess you. That's what a teacher is supposed to do. The assessment is making sure that if there are any gaps, those gaps are identified and they are fixed, right? It's not meant to make you fail. Tests and exams are not meant to sort of like punish you or anything. They're just there to try and see, okay, so we've been learning all these things, what do you actually know and what don't you know, right? So that before your final exam, before your final year, they're able to correct you, right? So that's what a test is. Now here's the thing: if your teacher doesn't give you the test, then I think it's a good thing that you give yourself those tests, but that's a video for another day. So number 1, your teacher teaches you things you don't know. Number 2, your teacher assesses you on whatever they would have taught you and whatever you were learning. The third thing is your teacher helps you understand the parts where you don't understand. So once you've been taught something and then you have the test and you still don't get it wrong, there are only 2 things your teacher can do for you after that. Either explain the topic to you again, or you might need to go back and do your own work. That is revision, right? That is revision. So in order for you to actually get the most out of your teacher, in those 3 steps, make sure that you engage your teacher in each and every of those steps. When they're teaching you information from the very start, try to understand what are the topics you've done before that link to that topic, right? Ask your teacher, where is this coming from? What are they asking me to do, right? Because a lot of people get into classes, I've certainly done that. You get into a lesson and you learn all these different things, but none of them make sense because you haven't connected the dots. In the first lesson, when you're being taught something, make sure that you connect the dots. If you can't connect the dots in that lesson, then after school, during lunchtime, break time, go and ask your teacher, ask friends, ask people around, like, what is this about? What are they talking about, right? Try to understand more of the topic by asking questions. That's you engaging yourself in that first step. When you're being taught things you don't understand, ask questions. Don't just wait for a lesson to be over. Now, maybe there are challenges, like there are too many students or something like that. There's not enough time for you to get all your answers provided. That's where you need to go after school. That's where you need to go during lunchtime, during break time. Now, the stage of assessment, the thing you have to do in the assessment stage is you have to revise for it. Because if you revise and you still don't get it right, you then get the points where you really need to fix, right? It's a different issue if you learn something, forget it, and then you're given a test on it. That test won't reflect to you what you're actually capable of achieving in that particular topic. Only people who study and get whatever result they get can benefit from it because they've actually put in the work. They know how many hours they need to put in to get a C grade. They know how many hours they need to put in to get a B or an A, right? But if you never get to that process, your teacher doesn't actually know where to start, right? So that's the second thing. Engage in it, revise for little tests, even homework, right? It might seem like, oh, it's just homework, but you need to revise. Again, get your teachers to see that you're actually trying so that they're able to provide the best solutions to some of the problems you think you might be facing. The third thing is in the help to understand bit. When your teachers are helping you to understand something, you need to pay attention. Now, how do you pay attention? When you fail an exam, be positive, but also be critical. There needs to be a mixture of positivity and negativity in it. Why? Because you need to understand that you did get something wrong, but you also need to be positive and believe that whoever is teaching you is able to provide the solutions for you. Maybe the solution is not the actual exam. Maybe you just need to revise more, or maybe you just need someone to explain to you in another way, right? Again, learning is a process. It doesn't just happen once. It happens sometimes over hours, sometimes weeks, days, months, even years. So you need to be patient with yourself so that each and every time your teachers can have a time and a space to engage with you on a mental level, and they need to see that commitment. So in this video, we talked about the 3 things that your teachers do across the world, wherever you are. Those are the 3 things that teachers do. And on each stage, we've talked about the 3 things that you need to be doing in order for you to get the most out of your teachers. Thank you.